A couple used a tiger in their gender reveal party. A teenager apologizes for impersonating a boy to join a boy band. And teachers in the UK are banned from telling the students that they're good or bad. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News. I'm your host, Jonesy. This is the only daily weird news podcast produced inside a closet. Hey. A couple used a tiger in their gender reveal and have been accused of the misuse of wild animals. I would argue it's also the misuse of your friends and relatives to make them go to such a dangerous activity. These gender reveal parties are extremely dangerous these days. Relatives are getting shot by cannons. Forests are being burned down. These gender reveal parties are out of control. Now a live tiger at one of them? Let's get into the story here. This is out of Dubai, by the way. Gender reveal parties have more or less become an integral part of parenthood. Over the past few years, people have found very creative ways to carry out, quote, reveals. From simple balloon popping to more extravagant activities, such as projecting colors along a wall. It just keeps getting innovative. Well, one Dubai couple took this to new heights recently, making a fully grown tiger pop a balloon to reveal their child's gender. The poor tiger. This video was initially shared on social media. The tiger can be seen being used in the gender reveal. It got a lot of attention after it was featured on one particular Instagram page. About 500,000 views. People are congratulating them. They claim the tiger was not harmed in the gender reveal. Yeah, but what about your grandma? I want to know she was not harmed. More importantly, this stunt has drawn flack from users who have criticized this activity. They're saying it's the misuse of a wild animal. Perhaps they're right. Now, I watched the video, and the tiger seems unharmed, although you got to imagine it's not very good for the tiger's ego to be put to work like this. Like, hey, what are you doing today, Reggie? Ah, stupid. I got hired by some dumb humans to pop a balloon because they want to have a gender reveal. So the video shows the tiger at, it's on a sandy ground. There's some expensive hotel in the background. And the tiger approaches the big black balloon that's hanging in midair. It's attached to a string. After taking a moment to sort of gauge the height, the tiger just kind of pounces at the balloon with its claws stretched out. It causes the balloon to explode in pink powder. It's pink, guys. Oh, big reveal. It's a girl. It's pink powder. Is that really a reveal, boy or girl? It's two choices. That's really not a reveal. Is anybody out there like, oh my God, it was a girl. I didn't see that coming. Oh yeah, I thought it was going to be a salamander. I wish it would be a salamander. Then I'll go to your gender reveal party. That's a real reveal. Boy, girl, salamander. Wow, what's it going to be? Roll the dice. Okay, well, the stunt did leave some users amazed on social media. Not everybody was sold on the idea of using this tiger for their own personal pleasure videos. The clip drew criticism. People were writing, congratulations on everything, but seriously, this animal belongs in the wild. I agree. Some people are pointing out the absurdity of this act. Absolutely ridiculous. Such a shame. Let the wild be in the wild. So everybody's on to the tiger and how it should be in the wild. I'm on to the people having gender reveal parties myself. I'm like, this is just dumb. Stop having gender reveal parties, guys. It's just unnecessary. It's just another way to trick us into giving you gifts because you're having a baby. Damn procreators. You get everything for free. Pfft. You get a tax break. Oh, it's unbelievable. I don't get no tax break. I don't get free gifts. No one's bringing me a free Ninja or a microwave. Man, it's unbelievable. Procreators. Get everything. Get to have parties. Extra parties. Sure. Well, what do you guys think of this whole tiger at the gender reveal? Is this the misuse of wildlife? Call the show, 646-450-2012. A teenager apologized for tricking the fans after she impersonated a boy to join a boy band. Well, she wanted to be part of the boy band. Chase your dreams, man. She should have just identified as a girl, and then they would have let her in the band, right? Although I don't think you can do that in China so easily. In my country, you can just identify as a she, and then we're all supposed to call you she, and you're supposed to be allowed into the she band, and no one's allowed to say anything about that. But I guess in China, that's not how it goes. This teenager reportedly posted an explanation on social media admitting she concealed her gender from the band management company because she was young and ignorant. And I imagine she had a dream to be part of a boy band. Why she didn't want to be part of the girl band, who knows? That's her personal preference. She wanted to be part of a boy band. Maybe she enjoys boy bands much more. She's 13 years old. Her name is Fu. She's a former member of the YGN youth group, which is, I guess, a popular Chinese boy band. I'm not really up on my Chinese boy bands, guys. I'm sorry. She's been exposed by a social media user for being a girl. Some jerk just exposed her. Pfft, ridiculous. She had to post an explanation admitting that she concealed her gender. And she apologized. She said, "I'm sorry to everyone who put their trust in me. I promise I won't show up in the entertainment industry ever again, nor any short video platforms in the future." Oh, man. Listen, Fu, if you have talent, don't give up. Get out there. You should still be involved in the entertainment industry if you can, sing and dance and do all those things, And on short video platforms, like, put your stuff out there. Don't give up. Start your own band. Who needs a boy band or girl band? Start your own band. Do your thing, girl. Don't give up. She added, "I am a girl. I am a girl. I'm so sorry. I apologize for my previous actions. I'm sorry." It just sucks in China when you have to apologize for being a girl. Terrible. She went on to clarify she never actually was part of the official group. She was part of the company's training camp. So she wasn't even in the band per se, which would have been more scandalous. This band is so popular, though, that even like the B team is scrutinized and you have to apologize. Wow, this must be a very popular boy band. It says here, despite not being on the official band roster, fans still watched her training videos on social media. Now, the YGN Youth Club released a statement explaining how the error was made. They're blaming it on COVID. They said Fu Jiwan was a member of our second season of the winter training camp, and during the recruitment process, both parents and the child concealed her gender and claimed she was a boy. Due to the pandemic, the selection was done online. So, yeah, the apology is much, much longer, but I don't need to read all that. You get the idea. Now, look, Fu, if you're listening to this segment, which I don't think you are, I just want you to know that I'm pulling for you. I want you to keep on with your career. Do not stop and do not give up. Guys, if you want to conquer anything, if you want to get anywhere in life, it is always a series of failures. And the bigger the goal, the more failures it takes to get there. Failures are the cost that you must pay to achieve something. So if there's something you want out there, it costs so many failures. It's like a currency. So get out there and fail. Fu, this is your first fail. There's going to be more. You've already had a big one, so don't give up. Imagine if she was really listening to this. That'd be amazing. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Teachers are banned from telling students that they're good or bad. This story is out of the UK. Teachers and staff have been banned from telling students at the Leicestershire school that they're good or bad. They're relabeling naughty behavior as unskillful. So you can't say, "Ooh, you've been such a naughty boy." You have to say, "Ooh, you've been such an unskillful boy." Oh, that sounds so lame. But I get what they're trying to do here. Staff at another school, the Loughborough Amherst School, have been told by the head teacher to change their language as a way to take the emotional heat out of discipline. And when students behave well, they're going to be told that they're skillful. And when they don't behave well, they'll be told that they're unskillful. If you were to ask me, I disagree with all this behavior. I think they should hit the kids again. Oh, yes, yes. Do you guys remember the days of getting spanked by a nun? Or was that just a porn I watched? Okay, so head Dr. Julian Murphy says this new policy is not inspired by political correctness at all. Bullshit, Julian Murphy. Obviously, it's inspired by political correctness. What did you think? We just fell off the turnip cart, sir? That's exactly what this is. He says he's not interested in making young people feel bad, is what it is. Well, at some point, the words have a positive and a negative connotation. Now, you can choose the words you want for the positive connotation and the negative connotation, but at the end of the day, there is a negative connotation. Unskillful is not a very flattering word. I don't want to be called unskillful. I don't like that. Do you think when the kids bring a report card home that says unskillful, that parents are going to be pleased? Well, at least it doesn't say naughty like it used to. It just says unskillful. You better hope your parents don't know what the word unskillful means. That's the only way you're getting away with that crap. Now, this doctor rejects claims that the school is trendy or progressive. He says, well, I don't want teachers to be soft, but I also don't want them to be shouty and make pupils feel guilty. I just don't want that. Well, we can all find a happy medium. You shouldn't be shouting at the kids, I agree. And you shouldn't be soft as well. But changing your language is not going to solve these problems. Like, everybody thinks in this PC world that we're about to live in, or that we're transitioning to, that just by changing the words, it's going to make everybody feel better. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not the solution. If you're shouting unskillful at somebody, doesn't that make them feel bad? If your emotion behind the word unskillful when you call a student such is powerful and negative, they're going to feel that way. Whether you call them unskillful, naughty, insert negative word. Maybe I'm stupid. That's just what I think. I mean, at the end of the day, you have words and then you have intentions. One can make the argument we have words and we have actions. And for some reason, we all think changing our words is going to lead to a change in behavior, when actually we should concentrate more on the actions first, because they're way more powerful than just words. Just changing our language isn't going to fix everything. The doctor in here says, the word unskillful shows concern rather than anger. It shows you're not really angry with them. Your action is actually much more of a concern. Well, what if you say the word unskillful in an angry tone? You see the dilemma here, guys? That being said, I don't think you should use the word naughty either. That just seems silly and archaic. It's like something Santa would say. Anyways, what do you guys think of this? I'm not a parent, so who the hell wants to listen to my opinion on this? Call my show. Email me, funnyjones@gmail.com if you're a parent. Tell me about this. Do you happen to be going to school in the UK or have a child in the school system? It says only 2 schools are doing it, but I'd imagine you're going to see more of this. Yay! Hey, what's up, weirdos? Thanks again for being here. We had some kind of controversial stories today. They were kind of weird, but they skewed a little more to the mainstream today, and I apologize. But they were a little controversial, so I figured I would give you some, with these stories anyways, it gives you food for thought and room to express an opinion. So please reach out to me if you have any opinions on any of these stories. I want to give a shout out to Kyle, who wrote me. Kyle from Missouri says, Jonesy, love the podcast. Glad I found you. It's incredible how you can always produce not just 1, but 3 stories every weekday. I shared your podcasts with many people. I listen to you on Spotify. I can't go a day without my Weird AF News. It has become a healthy habit in my daily routine. I appreciate that. So shout out to Kyle in Wright City, Missouri. He says he makes a note here. It's about 20 to 30 minutes from that Defiance Beer Church that you did a story on a few weeks ago. Yeah, I did that beer church. Oh man, I'd love to go to the beer church. That's a great way to spend a Sunday. Although I spend my Sundays in a great place as well. The Church of Softball. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Followed by the Church of the NFL. So I play my softball, and then I watch my Patriots, which hasn't been the best experience this season, but man, I just can't get enough sports. Sunday's a sports day for me. I do drink a bit too. It's a good beer day. Thanks again, Kyle, for writing. Got a message on Instagram from Morgan, who happens to go to Eden High School. Says, I've been listening to Weird AF News for a long time, and I was so shocked when I turned on the podcast and heard the story about my own principal, Mrs. Burns, the principal that listens to Iron Maiden. The school year has been very odd, especially with the ongoing battle between the Eden community. This story about my principal has been everywhere in the news. It's so weird to see stories about my school. It's crazy to look at how much ruckus has been caused by the Instagram post that she made. Love listening to the podcast, Morgan. P.S. I think I have the coolest principal ever. And then he put a link to Miss Morgan's Instagram account. I also believe that you have the coolest principal ever as well, Morgan. Man, I wish my principal listened to Iron Maiden. My principal was a jerk, man. My principal probably didn't listen to any mainstream music whatsoever. Or something lame. Probably like lame stuff. You got to have a real cool principal that if your principal listens to Iron Maiden. That's just deductive reasoning right there. Thanks again, Morgan, for reaching out. I'm glad that you like the podcast. You seem a little young to be enjoying it, but I'm happy when I get young listeners. I don't think I have that many, so I'm very, very grateful for you as a listener, and I hope you'll share it among your friends. And please tell your principal that I think she's super cool, and that I support her, and that the weirdos, the listeners of Weird AF News, also support her, because who wouldn't support a weird principal like that? Okay. If you guys want to reach out to me on Instagram, the last two people did so. It's at Funny Jones. Yeah, that's how you get a hold of me. Send me a DM, just slide into my DMs. And of course, if you guys would like to support the show by buying Jonesy a cup of coffee, just go to my website, weirdafnews.com, and click on the Buy Jonesy a Coffee banner, or the Join the Patreon banner. That's a good thing to do. If you join the Patreon, you get extra Weird AF content. I posted 2 videos in there today, and a photo of the extra names that I have put up on my recording studio wall, also known as the closet. So if you want to get your name up in the closet, join the Patreon. You can get there by going to the website, weirdafnews.com, or going to patreon.com, or download the Patreon app. Support the show. It's a good thing to do with your time and your couple bucks a month. Why not? Buy me a coffee. Get it.